Well, hello and happy Tuesday. This week, I want to talk about a very simple concept that's really hard to implement. Hard because of mindset, not because it's technically hard, but because it's really difficult to, let me just share this with you. If you're an entrepreneur, which you probably are, otherwise you wouldn't be following me, and you're building a digital product, and this is not about funnels or your launch strategy. This is about delivering an actual product. Okay, you're building a product that you want to sell. Okay, it could be a course, a membership site, a program, a tool, whatever it is. It's something digital, something that you distribute digitally, because that's my specialty, right? And if you've never done this before, or you've done it before and you have not been successful, then you wouldn't necessarily know this secret that I'm about to share with you. But I've been in the business for a long time. And so at first, when you think about this, you're like, well, I don't really want to do that, right? I don't really want to do it that way. I really want to just build my product and get it out there and make money. Okay. So here's the secret. When you launch for the first time, when you deliver that product and you create your, your sales flow, right? Social post, landing page, opt-in, payment, right? When you create that flow, that experience for your customer, your product is the end result of that whole flow, right? So it's about two things. It's about the customer experience. Okay. The customer experience is not just the product. The customer experience is the whole relationship they have with you. So that's the one thing. So approach your digital product creation process and sales process from that perspective. The whole thing is the customer experience, including after delivery, like the support model and sunsetting and all that. Okay, so that's down the road. But here's the more important thing. When you build this for the first time and you launch it and you put it out there to market for the first time, it's not about selling, okay? It's about learning. It's about learning who your market is. Are you reaching the right people? Does your ad get people to click? Does the product itself deliver on the promise? Does it fulfill the need? Does it actually help people who need to be helped with the particular problem, solving a problem, and getting them through that issue that they're having to a successful state transformation? So the first time you launch, don't expect to make money. Expect to understand your market better. And the way to do that is to start with a really small version of what your ultimate product is. So if your ultimate product is a course, say a course about, I don't know, I'm into gardening these days. So let's say it's a course about, having your own vegetable garden. Just start with something really small, like a container garden, or, how to plant peas. That sounded really funny. Or, something like that, something really, really small, and then put it out there and then get the feedback from the customers. You don't even have to charge for this. I do charge for my first version of my product because people who don't pay have no skin in the game and they're not going to consume it. You want people to consume it so that you can get the feedback, take that feedback, build that into your product, and not just your product, but your whole sales process, and then create iterations. But the key, if you're not hearing me already, because I've said this like 1,000 times to you guys already, the key is the simplicity of the very first experience that the customer has. If you look at any brand new, well-funded digital experience, what's the new one? Misfits Market is one that I've recently, like within the last year. Okay. But with anything within the last few years that have come out as a new, well-funded, like venture capital funded tech product, because this is all tech, right? The product is a box of vegetables, but the experience is all digital, right? When it started, it was very simple. It had a lot of problems with it, unfortunately, but it was very, very simple. Like you could only pick, you couldn't even pick your vegetables. You just give them your $22 and they would send you a box of vegetables, whatever was available. That was like the simple version. And then they learned. Now they're on like iteration number 4, and you're actually able to pick any vegetables you want, as much quantity as you want. You can get more things than vegetables. You can get, nuts and seeds and cookies and crackers and like all this stuff. So, but they had to iterate their way to get there. But the very, very first version of that product was all about learning what people wanted. So that's your takeaway for today, for this week, is simplicity is the most important thing that you can bake into your product. Keeping it simple is really hard because as entrepreneurs, we go down rabbit holes all day long. We have a gazillion ideas. We want to try all the things, right? Because the novelty is fun. But pick one thing, keep it small, stick with it until you see some results. It doesn't even have to be successful, right? Failure is not failure. Failure is learning, right? Failure is still a success because you learn something and you can take that learning and you can use it to make the experience better. I've failed at many, many, many products in my time, both in my business and in my corporate life. And every time I failed, even though sometimes it's like, oh, that really sucked, didn't it? It's like, well, don't do that next time, right? Now you know, now you have data, you have information. So comment below if you have any questions. Happy to answer them. And have a great day and a great week. And we will see you here again next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Have a great one.